Today I'm here to do the Women on YouTube tag. This tag was created by the lovely, the wonderful Bree over at Bree Marie. I will link her channel and the original video down below. Question 1. Why did you join YouTube and how would you categorize your content? So I joined YouTube because I've been watching it for a while and I enjoyed watching it, and then I discovered this thing called Booktube, and it really changed the way that I thought about books and the way that I read, and I thought this is something that I could do, and this is something that could replace the hole in my heart that my university degree left. In many ways, Booktube is a bit like university tutorials where you get to discuss books with other people who also love books. So that was kind of the function that it had for me to begin with, and I wanted to get into the conversation. So I started my channel and I would categorise it as a booktube channel. I mostly talk about books and also a bit about design and book design. Question number 2 is, what are your dreams or goals for your future as a content creator? Are there any big projects you are working on or want to work on in the future? I'm definitely keen to do more videos about book design. I started a series where I was talking about book design, and I may have only done one episode of that, where I look at a specific book and the different ways that it's been interpreted. I've done a few other videos around book design, but yeah, I'd like to get back to that. I also really want to do a video about Catherine Mansfield, who is one of my favourite New Zealand authors and also one of my favourite authors of all time. Another thing that I'm really keen to do are more collaborations. Now that I am in London, I am much closer geographically to other people, and I've met a lot of booktubers, and I think it would be neat to do more sort of collaborative stuff. I feel like my channel is moving away from the book reviews. I used to try and do more reviews of individual books, and I just find that that's not something that I'm that interested in doing anymore. I'd rather talk about a range of books that are to do with one particular topic or issue, or about book design or something like that. I still do sort of mini reviews, but within my wrap-ups. And I've now split my wrap-ups into 2 parts, so I will do fortnightly wrap-ups rather than monthly ones because I've been reading quite a lot. So those are my sort of plans for the channel in the future. Question number 3, are there any unique challenges you have faced as a woman on this very public internet platform? How do you deal with them? So I found that when I did my video about feminism, and I put the word feminism in the video title, I got some trolls. They were clearly just people who had been searching for that particular term, and they were kind of quite nasty. At the same time, I found that quite easy not to take personally because I was expecting that, and it's really, really sad that you have to kind of expect that. And we do expect that, but sadly that just seems to be the way that it is as a woman on the internet. I think that as a woman on the internet you often have to kind of police the way that you speak and the things that you talk about. I mean, it's a difficult thing putting yourself out on the internet regardless of your gender, but I feel like expectations for women are different, especially when it comes to the way that we look. And when it comes to appearance, I can't really see that changing anytime soon because that would mean a massive societal shift. Claudia Berlin actually did a really interesting video recently about makeup and her relationship with makeup, and especially on YouTube. So I will link that below, and it's definitely worth checking out. Question 5, which of your videos has given you the greatest sense of satisfaction? So it's generally the videos that I put the most effort into, particularly the book design videos that I've done have been really rewarding. They're not necessarily the most watched. I think generally my wrap-ups tend to be the ones that have more views, but I think they're the ones that get the most interesting discussion, and yeah, I like the videos that I've put more thought into, basically. If I had to choose just one video, it would be the Lolita book covers video. Question 5 is, what advice would you give to other women and girls on YouTube? This is a kind of tricky one because I can only really speak from my own experience, and that's from Booktube, and Booktube does tend to be a pretty safe sort of space to talk about opinions, and I think books are a really good medium to talk about things like politics and feminism through this other lens. So I would say if you're thinking about making a channel, I would say go for it. It's a really fantastic thing. Just, you do have to be prepared to get weird comments, people commenting on your appearance, If you're talking about feminism, people are probably not going to be, or some people are not going to be so receptive to that. I would also say be careful and just think about what you're saying before you say it and the way that it might be taken by different people, as in life. But on the internet, I think it tends to stick more. And I have noticed that on BookTube things can sometimes explode. So one person says something and then somebody takes it the wrong way or disagrees in the wrong sort of way, and then it kind of can turn into a bit of an explosion of opinions. And out of that usually comes some really interesting discussions, but I think that the way that they're sparked is often not quite the right way to go about it. And maybe we need that in order to have these discussions, but I would like to see them come about in a less angry way. But all of that said, BookTube is an amazing place and it's really, really fun. You get to chat with some amazing people about things that you love and like-minded people, and the community is basically what's so wonderful about it. So comment on other people's videos, make video responses, do tag videos, tag people, make your own tags. It's great to do that and to make new friends and new contacts, and there's always a possibility that they might become friends in real life as well. Question 6 is a tricky one. If your subscribers only walk away from your channel having absorbed one thing, what would you want it to be? I mean, I would say that the book design side of things, and that design is something that really does have an influence on the way that we read and what we choose to read. And it's not just something that's really fickle. But whether that's the main thing that I'd want people to take away, I think it's more that I want people to read widely and to really extend themselves in their reading. That's something that I try to do, and I don't know how successful I am in that. It's something that I'm always striving towards doing better. But yeah, I would hope that my channel maybe exposes people to some different sorts of literature that maybe they haven't read before. That's why I love watching other people's videos, and that's why I sometimes watch people's videos even if I'm not really that interested in the type of books that they read. So yes, an appreciation of reading widely. I think that would be the most important thing that I'd like people to take away from my channel. Question number 7. Who are 3 female YouTubers you would recommend your subscribers check out, and what do you admire about them? There are so many lovely people that I love watching, and I think my subscribers would really enjoy and appreciate. Actually, I should probably do a whole video on my favourite booktubers. So, some lovely and wonderful people that I would recommend. Firstly, we've got Dominique from Reading Refugees. Now, she used to be called Token in America, but she's recently changed her channel name. Dominique talks about lots of African American literature. She reads quite widely, lots of international literature, and I really, really love watching her reviews. They're always really, really thoughtful. She injects just the right amount of humour in there. She has a lovely voice and is really nice to listen to. And I like her tastes in books. I've got lots of recommendations from her channel, so yeah, go and check her out. The second YouTuber I want to recommend is Morgan from Dictionopolis. She's another lovely lady who does amazing reviews and she reads really widely. I'm always amazed at all the stuff that she's read or reading that I have never heard of before. She's just so thoughtful and wonderful, and she deserves all of the subscribers, so yep, she's definitely one to check out. The next one is Jasmine, whose username is really difficult to pronounce. It is Cosette Fauchelevent, I think. Hang on, we have a man here who will say it for us.
Fauchelevent.
There we are. So she's another booktuber, and I get really, really excited when I see a new video from her in my sub box, because she's another one who does really great reviews. She does a lot of reviews of LGBT literature, and particularly French and old French LGBT literature. So she's introduced me to quite a lot of new books that I hadn't heard of and new classics. She's done some great discussion videos as well on books like Morris by Ian Forster, and she's a big fan of Les Mis, and that's where her username comes from. She's also really, really funny. Her videos make me laugh a lot. As a bonus, you could go and check out the people who I'm going to tag who are also wonderful and lovely. I am going to tag Jen Campbell, Chauncey Boddington, Ron Litt, and Lena from Just Kiss My Frog. I'm sure that they all have amazingly wonderful things to say about the topics and the questions of this tag, so yeah, I would love to see your responses. Thank you, Bree, for making this tag. It's a great idea, and yeah, I hope to see more content like this and more people doing this tag because it's wonderful, it's wonderful. I feel like I've said wonderful and lovely an awful lot in this video. But there we have it. That's how I feel about BookTube. As always, thank you very much for listening to my ramblings. I love you all, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.